a smart First Amendment right. It's getting to be kind of overwhelming, especially with the current administration. They're doing a lot of things that I don't agree with. I'm planning to vote yes, because if they're still in seats in Texas, then I don't think we should still see, but I think we should organize to get some seats.
It is to prevent the Republicans and Donald Trump's awful doings for this country. And this was one of the ways to oppose them.
Well, Prop 50 has passed. However, we're here to look into the voters and whether they understand why Prop 50 was presented as an option for California, and if they even understand what they're voting for. Let's take a look at this.
I want to vote yes on Prop 50. I'm non-binary, I'm a person of color. I'm worried about my rights, about rights of other people that are in danger, and what the administration will do to people who are less privileged. Go out and vote. Yeah.
It's very important being here and and vote and support my people here in Los Angeles and everybody else that we need to express our voice against the negative people. It's about to protect our people, not to lose all the benefits that we have here, especially in California. That is a sanctuary state, and we need to keep those things going. Yeah, let's vote. Let's keep doing it.
From my understanding, gerrymandering should be stopped no matter what state, so I'm going to vote no on 50.
I really want to get more involved in my local politics. I know this is a bit more of a statewide thing, and it's a bit more of a kind of a national thing going on, but I haven't really been too involved in politics in my entire life, so you gotta start somewhere. So if I have the time and opportunity to be able to help improve my community and people's lives around, that's kind of our right as Americans, so you got to take advantage of those things.
First of all, if you're a person of color and are non-binary, Trump isn't coming for you, okay? You can still have the right to vote how you want, dress how you want, etc., right? And yes, you can still identify as whoever you want. That's not illegal. You're not going to go to jail for it. Trump is just bringing back science with sanity. And yet, we can get into the whole passport thing and bathroom thing and sports thing and Title IX thing, but let's just put that aside, okay? People are acting like it's Nazi Germany when it's not. This, of course, is just your classic California lefty mentality. The other thing, Republicans aren't stealing anything. They're making the maps more fair so that our representatives actually have to work hard to keep their seats. This means cleaner, safer, and more affordable living for everybody, not just Republicans. Do they forget that California is as blue as the day is long? It probably won't change anytime soon. But with it becoming more Republican, don't its residents think that some prices reducing and crime going down, a very Republican and dare I say American thing, is worth a try? Call me crazy on that, I suppose. But this is just classic fear-mongering based on nothing but Trump derangement. But here's another clip to prove the point that not only do voters don't understand Prop 50, or the implications of gerrymandering, they may not even speak or understand a language it's being explained to them in, or that it's explained to them in a deceptive manner. You guys can take your pick, whichever one you think it is, but either way, the result's the same. They just don't understand what it's about.
No one can answer the question. If a Republican was advocating for Prop 50, none of these people would support it. How is this even legal? If Prop 50 was being pushed by Republicans, would you support it?
I wish it was being pushed by
No, but you're not answering my questions. If Republicans in California were pushing for Prop 50, would you support it?
Republicans in California are not pushing for Prop 50.
If-
So your question is nonsensical.
No, it's not.
Your
If
question is
Republicans,
nonsensical.
you can't even answer my question.
Yes, I can.
If Republicans,
We would love for Republicans to push Prop 50, but they're not. They're against it. So your question makes no sense.
no, you're not answering it because you know that if Republicans were pushing for Prop 50, you guys would be calling for voter fraud. And honestly, it kind of seems like voter fraud now when you guys are leading a bunch of non-English speakers.
We are against Prop 50. We are for it.
But if the situation was reversed and Republicans wrote Prop 50, would you support it?
Republicans wouldn't write Prop 50. That's just not a nonsensical
So
question.
are you saying that Democrats are basically having to redistrict to win?
We're fighting back. Thank you. And please vote yes on 50. I hope you will.
I mean, I think the fact that I have footage of you guys leading a bunch of Asian Americans to the voting polls, I speak Chinese. None of them know what they're voting for. You don't think that's weird? Is that even legal?
We're going inside.
Great, but you're still here. So if Republicans were pushing for Prop 50, would you support it? If Republicans introduced Prop 50, would you support it?
It's a great idea. Yes.
Okay, so when Republicans want to redistrict, you're going to support it.
If they support Prop 50 the way that it's.
What if they did it their way?
Can you please go inside? We're over this. We've given you plenty of fucking time.
Just look at these two Democrats who are recruiting these voters. They can't even answer a simple question regarding redistricting in California if Republicans were the ones pushing it. Fox News did a poll about the motivation of these Prop 50 voters, and it's not looking good, guys.
The yes vote in particular with Prop 50, the reason voters said they voted yes on Prop 50, 82% of the case, 8 out of 10 voters say it was to counter the GOP changes, not because they saw it was the best way to draw those district lines. Now, if you go back and look at those who said no to the vote, they said their reasoning to do so was that they saw this as not the best way to draw those district lines, while only 34% said it was to stop the Democrats from adding seats in Congress. A couple other things we're taking away from what voters said there in California. We asked the voters and how they would actually like to see these lines drawn. The irony of this, Trace, is that 9 out of 10 voters, even more so, said they'd like to see this done by a nonpartisan commission, not the party in power. Well, that was preempted with the outcome of this vote.
To conclude, watch this Fox interview with California Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley. I think it puts everything in perspective.
The essence of this moment, what Proposition 50 represents to those that have been bullied, to those that have been demeaned, to those that feel powerless, to those that are concerned about not only themselves but each other. Prop 50 is not about drawing lines on a map. It is about holding the line to what makes us who we are.
All right, Prop 50, it's a California proposition on the ballot today. Why should you care? Well, because it could really affect Congress and the makeup of that institution. On the ballot, it says authorizes temporary changes to congressional district maps in response to Texas partisan redistricting. So it's making it very clear why they want to do this. Let's look at the map. Right now, this is the sea of red there, but those are a lot of rural districts, okay? What Newsom would propose to do, if it passes today, is to make it more look like this, so shrinking the red on the map. Here are 5 Republicans that are at risk. One of them been there for a while, Darrell Issa, for example. David Valadao, Hemmer, we talk about him all the time. He always wins these very tough races.
He's
there.
the cockroach you can't kill.
Calvert, exactly. Okay, and then the balance of power. This is what would happen if you have these changes, 219 to 213 Democrats. It's high stakes, and Congressman Kevin Kiley, he's one of those guys on the board there. He's a Republican of California, an up-and-coming congressman, and your seat, I know that you have won it, but what do you make overall of the changes here, and what do you think it will do specifically to your district?
Well, I think it's a terrible thing. It's a major regression for democracy in California if this goes through. I think gerrymandering is wrong. I oppose it everywhere. We actually don't have it in California anymore. We moved on from it a long time ago. And now Gavin Newsom is trying to bring it back. And not just any gerrymander. This has actually been rated by Princeton University as one of the 2 worst gerrymanders of the last 50 years. They gave it an F grade for fairness. So as far as my own district, they're going to chop it into 6 different pieces that all go different ways to create new districts. So of course I don't like that. I think I happen to represent the most beautiful district in California. But I'm voting no because I oppose gerrymandering. I opposed it in any state where it's happening. And I certainly oppose California having one of the worst gerrymanders of all time.
Prop 50 is essentially our state's Democrat leadership saying Since Texas is rigging the national maps, we get to rig ours too. The ballot language authorizes a temporary change to our congressional maps as a political payback against other states. Governor Newsom's goal is to, quote-unquote, shrink the red on the map, explicitly targeting 5 Republican congressmen. Why didn't he do this before? Well, the man's obsessed with trying to out-Trump Trump, and that's just not going to happen. We've seen in the long term that this redistricting war, instigated by the Dems, just isn't going to work. They've gerrymandered their states so much that they can only squeeze a few more drops out, whereas the Republicans can get a lot more out of the squeeze, coming out ahead in the congressional seats and votes. So well done, Dems. You shot yourself in the foot once more. The thing is, gerrymandering not only hurts the side with the lower score, it also hurts the voters, regardless of which party is drawing the squiggly lines. In the long term, this won't help the people of California one bit. When politicians chop up communities, like Kylie says his district would be, quote-unquote, chopped into 6 different pieces, they destroy voter accountability. If your representative's job is secured by a rigged map, they won't have to listen to you, the taxpayer, on issues like wasteful spending, high taxes, or overregulation. They only have to listen to the party bosses who drew the map for them. We need representatives who fear the voters, not maps that protect the politicians. We must oppose this cynical power grab and keep faith with our conservative principles of fair governance and voter empowerment. Well, folks, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe if you got value out of this video.